Hello students, today we are going to start with a absolutely new topic for you, which most of you have not even heard of, and the terms and concepts, the words that are going to be used, the terms that are going to be used are going to be absolutely new for you, and that is the topic of foreign exchange risk management. That is, in other words, international financial management. So we are going to do this as a beginning part, which will be followed by another new topic, an absolutely new topic, which is derivatives. Both these topics carry a lot of weightage in your examination. Both these topics have been said to be one of the most difficult topics in SFM by most of the students before I taught them. But after I taught them, they have said that they have enjoyed the topic, they have said that they have liked the topic, and they score in the topic in the examination. I am sure that for you also, the first lecture of Forex is going to be very useful, very interesting, and you will enjoy the entire topic of foreign exchange and risk management as you learn it from me. Okay, so let us start on the journey of Forex and risk management. So let us start with the concepts of foreign exchange first, and we'll do it systematically. You have to also do it with me systematically so that we understand the topic properly as it is should be done, and we also become familiar with the terms, the concepts which are being used in this particular topic, which you are totally new to. Some of the words, some of the terms you must have not even heard throughout your entire life. That is why I say that this topic is totally foreign to you. This topic is totally alien to you. So now let us start with the basic concepts. Since we are learning foreign exchange and risk management, first let us try to understand the meaning of foreign exchange itself, the definition, and then we come to the practical aspect of the term foreign exchange. What is meant by foreign exchange? We have what is called as the Foreign Exchange Management Act, what is called as FEMA. Okay, in short, we call it as a FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Now, this particular act has defined foreign exchange in a precise manner, in a definite way. So, what is that definition or what is that concept of foreign exchange as per FEMA? Foreign exchange as per FEMA includes any deposit that we are having. Suppose I'm having a fixed deposit in a foreign currency, in dollars, in yen, or in euros, or in Deutschmark, then all those deposits will be called as foreign currency. Balances which are there of my company or as an individual, the balances that I maintain in the foreign banks, that is foreign currency. The credits that I have, the loans that I have, that is also foreign currency. Then, if I draw a check, if I draw a check or a bill of exchange in Indian currency, but it is payable in any foreign currency. Okay, I draw a check in Indian currency, but payable in foreign currency, or somebody else draws a check in foreign currency, payable in Indian currency. That is also foreign currency for me. Then traveler's checks. When we are going to foreign countries, instead of carrying cash, we have a form of carrying the money that is called as traveler's checks, or the letters of credit LC that we open in case of foreign exchange trade, import export trade. That is also foreign currency. So, as per the definition, foreign exchange means foreign currency, and according to FEMA, it includes deposits, credits, and balances payable in foreign currency. It includes drafts, traveler's checks, letters of credit, bills of exchange, expressed or drawn in Indian currency but payable in any foreign currency. Same way, it includes, that means first I'm talking about drawn in Indian currency, payable in foreign currency. Then I'm talking about same thing, drafts, traveler's checks, letters of credit, expressed or drawn by banks or institutions outside India, payable in Indian currency. That is also foreign currency for me. A check that is drawn in dollars, a check that is drawn in yen, okay? If it is payable in Indian currency, that for me is a foreign currency check, okay? So as per the definition, we are having three concepts of foreign currency, which is nothing but foreign exchange for us. Now let us try to understand the practicality of the term foreign exchange when we are doing business, when we are doing import export trade. Let us say I have purchased goods of 1 lakh US dollars. I have purchased raw materials of 1 lakh. I have imported raw materials of 1 lakh from a US supplier. And he has drawn the bill. He has prepared the bill in dollars. Now, when the bill is presented to me, I am in India. When the bill is presented to me and I have to make payment, in which currency will I make payment? That is the first thing. Very important. In which currency will I make the payment? As such, we say that payment can be made in any currency. What do we say? We say that payment can be made in any currency. But normally the trend is such, normally the trend is such that the payment is normally made in that currency which is the stronger of the two currencies. Whichever of the two currencies is stronger, in that currency the payment is made. Now here when I'm talking about my supplier, I'm in India, so my currency is rupees. US currency is dollar. So out of the two currencies, rupees and dollar is the stronger currency. It is a dominant currency. Therefore, the payment will always be expected to be made by the supplier in foreign country as well as the customer in foreign country in dollars. Why? Because that is a dominating currency. That is a stronger currency. Okay, so I have to make payment in dollars. But do I have dollars with me? I don't have dollars with me. That means I will have to purchase dollar. What is the rate of $1? So $1 is equal to, I'm for calculation purpose, I'm taking simple figures, round figures. Let us say it is 70 rupees. Okay, so I will have to purchase 1 lakh dollars. I'll have to purchase 1 lakh dollars. So what is this called? This $1 equal to 70 rupees. That is my exchange rate. That is my exchange rate. So exchanging, I have to exchange my currency that is rupees, for a purchase in dollars. I cannot purchase my own currency. Why? Because my own currency is my currency. It is my home currency, rupees. Can I say that I want to purchase rupees? No. I am having rupees with me. So I will be purchasing what? I will be purchasing foreign currency. I will be selling foreign currency. So now I want to purchase foreign currency because I have to make payment. Correct? So I'm purchasing foreign currency. And since I'm purchasing foreign currency, I have to know how much domestic currency, how much home currency I have to exchange to purchase that foreign currency. That is why it is called foreign exchange. There is an exchange of currencies. How much of my domestic currency or home currency has to be exchanged for purchasing the foreign currency, that is dollars. That is what is to be calculated here. That is why it is called foreign exchange, and it is called as the exchange rate. So how much I have to make payment now? So I have to make payment. If I have to purchase $1 lakh, I have to make payment of 70 into 1 lakh. Okay, $1 is equal to 70 rupees. So $1 lakh cross multiply. So that will be 70 lakhs. So 70 lakh rupees I have to exchange for purchasing $1 lakh. So that is how the concept of exchange comes, foreign exchange. Foreign currency is exchange for home currency. Okay, and as I said, the rate of exchange is normally the rate of exchange is normally what is the payment made in? The payment is made in the stronger of the two currencies. That is normally the norm, but it is not compulsory. It is not compulsory. I can say that it is not possible for me to get dollars, so I will make payment in rupees. But the supplier has to agree for that, which normally does not happen, because since their currency is a stronger currency, they will demand, and they know that if I have to buy, they know that I don't have any option, so I will have to make the payment in dollars. So that is basically what is implied over here. Okay, that is the concept of foreign currency. That is the concept of foreign exchange. Now let us come to the meaning of exchange control. What is the meaning of exchange control? Okay, now exchange control means that there must be certain rules and regulations involving foreign exchange. There must be certain rules and regulations regarding the availability of foreign exchange, regarding the rate of foreign exchange. So, for that purpose, we have an authority or we have an agency which will decide what are the rules and regulations. As such, we normally say that the foreign exchange rate is fixed as per the force of demand and supply. But even then, to regulate the demand and supply, we require a centralized agency which will be setting down certain rules and regulations for the free play of the forces in the foreign exchange market. So, let us see what is that particular control that we are having, the exchange control that we are having. Exchange control refers to exchange control refers to the control by the government or a centralized agency. Here, the centralized agency in India, we are talking about RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so by the government or through a centralized agency of transactions involving foreign exchange. It refers to regulation. So, regulation, rules and regulations, or a stipulation, certain standard guidelines, which restricts the free play of forces in the foreign exchange market, which restricts the demand and supply pattern. Nobody can go on buying the foreign currency. Nobody can go on selling the foreign currency. So there will be some regulations, there will be some restrictions. You cannot just go on purchasing foreign currency because you want to hold it and increase the price of the foreign currency. That you cannot do. Okay. So there are certain rules and regulations. Again, there are some rules and regulations regarding how much of foreign currency can be actually held by you. Okay, so there are these rules and regulations will be set by either the government or through a centralized agency like the Reserve Bank of India. In India, it was first enacted in the form of FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act of 1947. This act was then revised and replaced by FERA of 1973. The first one was FERA 1947. The next one was 1973. Okay, so that was the revised version of FERA. After that, in 1993, some significant changes took place, and the liberalization process started, and all the stringent rules of FERA. In FERA, it was a very dangerous act. That means a person who was found in possession of foreign currency was immediately jailed without any questions. You are not asked any questions. You are not allowed to do anything. It was a non-bailable offense. Straight away, you are put in jail if you are having foreign currency with you. But now they have replaced those strict measures which are there, and they have simplified the law, and they have converted into what is called as FEMA. That was in 1993, and this FEMA was, it was drafted and it was enacted in 1999. So 1993, the liberalization process started, and we started easing out the rules and regulations of FERA. And finally, we had a draft document of FEMA in 1999, which was used to replace FERA. So after 1993, significant developments took place, and FERA was replaced by FEMA of 1999, Foreign Exchange Management Act. So this is about foreign exchange and foreign exchange control regulation. Now the next question that comes into the mind of the student is, sir, if I want foreign currency, where do I purchase foreign currency from? Do I go to a shop and buy foreign currency like I'm buying cosmetic products, like I'm buying Thumbs Up and Coke, like I'm buying Lay's wafer packets? Will I get foreign currency also like that? No. Then who's going to sell foreign currency from? Where will I get foreign currency? Foreign currency will be available for purchase and sale with banks, financial institutions, and certain other institutions which are authorized by RBI. So you should be having the license to purchase and sell foreign currency, and that license will be given to you by RBI. So until and unless you have, all banks will not be authorized to purchase and sell foreign currency. So you cannot go to any bank, walk in any bank and say that I want to buy foreign currency. No, only certain authorized banks and certain branches of those authorized banks will be authorized to deal in foreign currency. So banks, financial institutions, and other institutions, I said, other institutions authorized by RBI. So we have to know who are these other institutions. So we have something called as these other institutions, these banks, these financial institutions. We all call them together as authorized dealers, AD. What do we call them? Authorized dealers. So authorized dealers, in short, they are called as AD. Okay. So authorized dealers are the banks, financial institutions, and other institutions authorized by the RBI to deal in foreign currency. Who is an authorized dealer? I told you banks are there, financial institutions are there, other institutions which are permitted by RBI, who should comply with the rules and regulations and the directions given by RBI from time to time. Okay, as far as the exchange control regulations are concerned, some rules and regulations are there. So they have to comply with those rules and regulations. Then only they will be given the license. Then we have section 10 of FEMA, which requires that whenever customer purchases foreign currency or customer sells foreign currency to us, to the authorized dealers, some declarations have to be made because customer has to say from where he has got foreign currency. Customer has to state why does he require foreign currency. So those information has to be collected by these authorized dealers. They are not just simply people who are authorized to buy and sell. They have to take details, okay, and they have to take declarations from the customers who are coming to their counters to purchase or sell foreign currency. Why this is necessary? Because tomorrow, if anybody does some fraud or anybody is unnecessarily buying foreign currency so that the prices may increase, the rate may increase, we can trace out those people and find out who they are, why they are doing this. Okay, so this is to be placed on record, which will be required for later verification by the RBI. That is why these authorized dealers are supposed to collect information from their clients, from their customers, as to from where they have got the foreign currency, if they are selling the foreign currency to us, or if they require foreign currency, for what purpose they require the foreign currency. So all those details have to be collected, and this information has to be kept on record to be given to be submitted to the RBI. So section 10 of FEMA requires the AD to obtain certain declarations and information from the customers as to ensure that the provisions of the act are not violated. They are to be placed on record for verification of the RBI, the basis on which the transaction was undertaken. Why the transaction was undertaken? Why was the foreign currency purchase? What was the need? Did the customer require to purchase some raw materials? Therefore, he required the foreign currency. Was he importing certain machinery from outside? Was it a capital expenditure? So, like that, the purpose for which the foreign currency is demanded or for which the foreign currency has been received, that has to be declared by the customer to the authorized dealer. Okay, so authorized dealers are those institutions like banks, financial institutions, and other institutions. We have to see now, and other institutions means who? We have not discussed and other institutions. Okay, so when I say banks now, certain banks are given permission. For example, Punjab National Bank is given permission. State Bank of India is given permission. ICICI Bank is given permission. But not all the branches, certain branches of those particular banks. Then certain financial institutions like IDBI, IFCI, state financial corporations, like that. Then certain regional rural banks are given permission. Certain cooperative banks are given permission. Okay, so there are certain organizations, there are certain financial institutions which are given this authority to buy and sell foreign currency. So now we have to see how these authorized dealers have been categorized. Let us see. We have a beautiful picture here. We have the authorized dealers into three categories: category 1, category 2, and category 3. Category 1, I have all banks in India which have been authorized by the RBI. Category 2, I have upgraded full fledged money changers, cooperative banks, and other regional rural banks, RRBs as they are called, RRBs. Category 3, I have selected financial and other institutions which are permitted to carry out transactions incidental to foreign exchange activities undertaken by them. Acha, in first category, who comes? In first category, I will have Punjab National Bank, Axis Limited, Axis Bank, ICICI, Canara Bank, Andhra Bank. Now, Andhra Bank, of course, is not there. Then IndusInd Bank, ICICI Bank, HSBC, HDFC Bank. Okay, so all these banks come under the first category. Then, as I told you, upgraded full-fledged money changers. Now, money changers, very important concept. Who are money changers? That we have to see. Money changers are those organizations who are permitted by RBI to deal in foreign currency, to issue travelers checks, to issue foreign currency. Okay. Now, originally there were two types of money changers: full-fledged money changers and restricted money changers. What did I say? Full-fledged, full-fledged money changers and restricted money changers. But now these restricted money changers are no longer there. We have only full-fledged money changers. Full-fledged money changers are those who are allowed to purchase and sell. Restricted money changers were those who are only allowed to purchase but not to sell. Okay, so like that we had two types of money changers. We'll come to that as of now. Then I have to know category 3 who comes. Sorry, category 2 money changers. Now, who are the money changers? Authorized institutions. Like what? Like I can give you example of Thomas Cook. There's an organization called as Thomas Cook which deals in foreign currency. Then we have Cox and Kings. Then we have Wall Street Finance Limited. Okay. So like this, we are having certain organizations which are not available on the roads anywhere. You will not be able to see them anywhere on the roads. Very few will be there. Why? Because these particular organizations like Thomas Cook, Cox and Kings, Wall Street Journal, Wall Street Finance, Western Union Money Transfer, Western Union Money Transfer. So all these organizations are normally having their counters open at international airports and international hotels, five-star hotels where normally tourists come and stay, foreigners come and stay. So at those places you will find that these particular organizations, which one? Thomas Cook, Cox and Kings, Western Union Money Transfer, all these things, all these will be there at certain selected spots where tourists are likely to be there, foreign tourists. Okay, for example, let us say a person comes from America with dollars to Hyderabad International Airport. Okay, as he gets down, he has got dollars with him. As he gets down, he has to hire a cab. Now, cab people, they are not going to accept the dollars. He has to get his money converted first. So at the airport itself, there will be a counter of Thomas Cook or Cox and Kings. One of these organizations will be having their counter open there. And he can go to such a counter and he can exchange his dollars, exchange his foreign currency with Indian currency. Okay. So these are strategic institutions which are there at strategic places. When I use the word strategic, you may be having a smile on the face. No, dear, I am not influenced by Rahul Gandhi. Strategic, we are doing strategic financial management. Rahul Gandhi learnt it for the first time. So therefore, he was using the word strategic everywhere. He did not know how to use the word strategic. He learned something new, must have seen our lectures. So he got that word strategic. So he started using that word strategic everywhere when he was giving that news conference. So strategic institutions at strategic locations. Okay, so this was there with the purpose of meeting the requirements of foreign customers, foreign tourists. Okay, so let us see authorized dealers. We have authorized money changers, as I told you, to provide facilities to foreign tourists for encashment of foreign currency. Certain hotels, airports, and other organizations have been permitted to deal in foreign currency notes, coins, and travelers checks. These firms are called as authorized money changers. Okay, authorized money changers may be of two types: full-fledged money changers and restricted money changers. As I told you, restricted money changers are no longer there. Full-fledged money changer is authorized to undertake both purchase and sale with the public for private and business visits abroad. A restricted money changer is authorized only to purchase, not to sell. However, this system has now been discontinued. Examples: Category 1, all banks will come. Category 2, organizations. I told you, Thomas Cook, Fox and Kings, Wall Street Finance. Okay. Then these are other cooperative banks, regional rural banks. Then I give you example of Western Union. Okay. All these are coming under second category. And third category, you are having institutions like CCI, Clearing Corporation of India, normally coming into existence for import-export trade, Exim Bank, SIDB, IFCI, CanBank Factors Limited. So these are coming under category 3. Okay? Any difficulty? Okay. Now let us come to FIDAI. FIDAI. What is FIDAI? See, every professional group of people, whether it is doctors, chartered accountants, cost accountants, company secretaries, lawyers, all of them, all of us, we have a professional body which is governing us. Chartered Accountants, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Correct? Then all the lawyers, they have got the Bar Association. Not that bar, other bar, lawyers bar. Then we have got company secretaries, governed by Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Cost accountants, Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India. So like that, These people also, who are authorized dealers, they are professional people. So we have a body which governs this professional group of people, and that is called as FIDI, Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. Established in 1948 as an association of all ADs in India, it has got the headquarters at Mumbai and local offices at Bangalore, Calcutta, Chennai, and New Delhi. Unfortunately, not in Hyderabad. Managed by the managing committee at the head office and the respective local committees at the local offices. Okay, so this is about FIDI. A small introduction. You have to know. See, basically, why I'm doing this, I can directly come to the topic here. But what is going to happen is when you don't know the background of what is happening, of what are the concepts, of who are the people, of how the trade takes place, of where the foreign currency is available, you will not be able to understand. So the basics, until and unless you know. For example, imagine if you have not done first year and second year of PU, that is pre-university, 11th and 12th, as we call it. So you have not learned what is a journal, what is a ledger, what is how to pass a journal entry. Directly you come to CA or directly you come to CMA, and then you are learning how to pass journal entry, how to maintain records. Arey, but I do not know what is the record, what is a journal, what is a cash book. So until and unless I know that, I will not be able to do this. Now that is why systematically we are teaching you in commerce. So likewise, if I don't teach you ki what is foreign currency, where you get foreign currency, who is going to purchase and sell foreign currency, who is the body that is governing foreign currency, how will you come to know what we are talking about? Then it will be in air that I teach you and you have to absorb without understanding. Mug up. That is why I'm doing it systematically. It will take half an hour more. It will take one lecture more. But your base is solid. Your base becomes solid. Okay. So next that we are going to do is foreign exchange markets. Of course, functions are not important. Foreign exchange markets. Now, foreign exchange market, like you have Raita Bazaar in Hyderabad, or you have a vegetable market, or you have a flower market, or you have a goldsmith market, bullion market, or you have a stock exchange. You don't have a foreign exchange at a particular place. I cannot tell you that in Hyderabad this particular area at SR Nagar will be designated as a forex market, because in forex market there is no physical location of the market. There is no physical place of the market. Such a market is called as an OTC market. What is it called? OTC. Now you have to get familiar with this term because I'm going to use it more frequently now. OTC means over the counter. It is an over the counter market. Purchase, sell, purchase, sell. You go to the authorized dealer, purchase the foreign currency, give your rupees. Over the counter, it is over. Transaction is over. Okay. Transactions are done through telecommunications, telex, telephones, satellite communications. Okay. So we don't have a location. There is no physical place or location of a forex market. It is referred to as an OTC market, over the counter market, connected to each other by telecommunication like telex, telephone, satellite communication, etc. And there is something called a SWIFT. What is the full form? Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. SWIFT. Now, now, from your point of view, from knowledge point of view, when you're standing in front of four people and you are discussing something, you should know when you're dealing with foreign exchange transactions, when you're doing the subject of foreign currency, foreign exchange, you have to know compulsorily which is the oldest forex market in the world. The oldest forex market in the world is the London forex market. London is the oldest forex market in the world. Which is the largest forex market? New York is the largest forex market in the world. Which is the most technologically sophisticated market in the world? Tokyo is the most sophisticated market in the world technologically. So, oldest market is London, largest market is New York, and the most technologically sophisticated market with the latest technology is Japan, Tokyo. Okay, in these three forex markets, you can trade, you can buy and sell any currency, big or small. Okay, big or small. All types of currencies are available at these three important markets: London, New York, and Tokyo. So, in the first level, you can say level, the first level, topmost three, you are having London, New York, Tokyo. After that, second in line, you are having Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, Frankfurt. Which for? Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, Frankfurt. Okay, you have to know this. London, oldest market. New York, largest market. Tokyo, most sophisticated market. After that, Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, Frankfurt. These are second in line. These are second in line. Understood? So when you're having knowledge, if you're going to acquire knowledge, you should never acquire half knowledge. You should acquire full knowledge. That is why I'm teaching you right from ABC of Forex. And when you learn Forex from ABC, others are learning Forex from how to write sentences. And they are making mistakes because they have not done ABC of Forex. So you are doing the ABC of Forex. So you get those basic fundamental concepts solid. Okay. There is no way that you can make mistake. Nature of participants. On nature of participants, I can tell you that there are three types or three categories of people or three categories of participants or users. Who are the three categories? We have the hedgers, we have the speculators, and the third category is arbitrators. Check the spelling, it is Geurs. Some people they just write arbitrators, Gers, U is there. So hedgers, speculators, arbitrators. Now I will tell you, I will give to you the meaning of hedger, speculator, and arbitrator. And this concept of hedger, speculator, and arbitrator will be there again when we are doing the topic of derivatives. Derivatives. So this is a common concept that you have to learn. You are learning it for the first time. So new terms. I told you, you are totally new to this. You are totally having no idea of what is going to come. Totally new words, new terms, new concepts. So learn to pronounce these words. Make yourself familiar with these words because you have to write it in the examination. You have to write it. You have to know the meaning of this. Hedging means what? Speculation means what? Arbitrage means what? You have to know the meaning of this. Solving the problems. Okay. So let us first start with the concept of hedgers. Hedging. Hedgers are those people who are exposed to a particular risk and are looking out to cover that risk. Whenever there is a risk, you try to cover that risk. Risk of loss to life. Risk of loss to life. How do I cover that risk? By taking an life insurance policy. Correct, na? So we are all hedgers. We are having an exposure to risk. And when I cover that risk by doing something, that something that I'm doing to cover that risk is called as hedging. And I'm called as a hedger. So hedger is a person who is exposed to a particular risk. Now, since we are doing this topic from the point of view of forex, I should know from the point of view of Forex who is a hedger. I'll give you two examples. I'll give you two examples. I'm importing certain raw materials. I'm importing certain raw materials from US. So I have to make payment in dollars. When I imported raw materials worth rupees 1 lakh US dollars. And at that time, the rate was $1 equal to 69 rupees. Okay, at that time the rate was $1 equal to 69 rupees. So how much is payable if I'm paying immediately? 69 into 1 lakh, that is 69 lakhs. 69 lakh rupees is payable, correct? Now, I don't have 69 lakh rupees with me right now here. So I will ask for credit. How much credit? I will ask for 3 months credit. I'll tell the supplier, sir, 3 months credit I want. But after 3 months, what happens? The rate $1 becomes equal to 73 rupees. Oh my God, 4 rupees more. You say, sir, 4 rupees more, na? But now when I'm paying, how much am I paying? Now I will be paid how much? 73 lakhs. 73 lakhs. This is 69 lakhs. I'm paying 4 lakhs more. So there was a risk involved here. What is the risk? That the foreign exchange risk, the currency rate may increase. The value of dollar may appreciate. The value of rupee may depreciate. Followed. What is the meaning of value of rupee depreciating? Value of rupee depreciating means I have to now pay more for the same dollar. I have to now pay more. I have to now pay 73 rupees for the same dollar. Earlier I had to pay only 69 rupees. So rupee has depreciated. Dollar has appreciated. So the risk is open. When I was at this particular stage, I had a risk. So I was a hedger. Okay, I was a hedger. Now I have not taken any cover. So I end up in a loss. That loss is of 4 lakhs. Loss is of 4 lakhs. Likewise, I can have exposure in exporting also. I'll give you an example of importing. So there are losses which will take place if I don't do hedging. So hedging is covering the risk of loss. Hedging is covering the risk of loss. So whenever I feel that I'm open to a particular risk, I'm a hedger, and therefore to cover that risk, I need to enter into an opposite position. Opposite position means I am having something to pay now. Okay, outflow. So I decide to have an inflow. I decide to purchase at a predetermined price. So I enter into an agreement with a bank or a financial institution saying that I want to enter into a contract with you, thereby fixing my rate of exchange and ensuring that my loss is limited. How I will do that, we will see at a later stage. So, what is a hedger now? What is the concept of hedger? Those who are having an exposure to risk can resort to foreign exchange market as a measure of covering their position. Resort to forex market as a measure of covering their position, to cover the risk of loss. We enter into an opposite position in the market. Example, I will give you an example of importer. Now here there is an example of exporter. An exporter who has a receivable in dollars due in 6 months can hedge his position by entering into a forward exchange contract with his bank to sell dollars. Thus his positive position in dollars under receivables is offset by the sale made under the forward contract. You will see this, but basically the concept of hedges you have got. Person who has got an exposure to risk. Okay. Now let us see. Speculator means what? Speculators. Suppose now I'll give you an example. I'm having some dollars with me. Okay, I'm having some dollars with me, but the rate of dollar is very less. Suppose $1 is equal to rupees 69 as of now. I say I have got about $1,000 with me. Okay, I've got about $1,000 with me. If I sell those dollars now, I will get 1,000 into 69,000 rupees. So what I do, I anticipate or estimate that market may increase in future, the dollar rate may increase in future, and I spread this news in the market. Array, rate of dollar is going to increase in future. Array, there will be a great crisis in the Gulf. Oil prices may increase. So I'm spreading some rumors which lead to appreciation in the value of dollar. So dollar rate increases and slowly $1 becomes equal to $1 becomes equal to 71 rupees. So what I've done, I have spread the news, I have spread the information that dollar is likely to increase. I'm speculating that dollar is likely to increase in future. So people start buying dollars. Demand increases. As the demand increases, automatically what happens? Rate increases. So rate of dollar will increase. Rate of dollar increases from 69 to 69.5, 70, 70.5, 71. Then what I do? I say now I will sell. And my $1,000 I sell at 71 rupees. And how much I get? I get 71,000. Here how much I would have got? 69,000. How much profit I made? I made a profit of 2,000. By what? By speculation. The same thing I can do if I want to purchase dollars. I'll spread opposite information. Prices will fall. People start selling dollars, prices fall. And when prices fall, I purchase. Speculation. So that is actually speculation. So speculators are actually creating the price, or we are fixing the price. We are increasing the price or decreasing the price on account of a speculation. So on account of a speculation, we either increase the price or we decrease the price. We are risk takers. Okay. So speculators as a class are risk takers. They enter into deals with the expectation of making profit out of such transaction. A speculator makes his own estimates of the future movement in the rates. They are the cause for both volatility and efficiency of the market. Volatility, movement of the market. For example, speculator estimates that dollar will appreciate in future. Dollar will appreciate in future. He will accumulate dollars. He will buy dollars at present price with the intention of selling them at a higher price. Example I've given to you. That is speculators. Okay, point is clear. So first group of people, hedgers. Second group of people, speculators. Third group of people, arbitrators. Arbitrators are very smart people, very alert people. People who want to make profit by not investing anything, by undertaking offsetting transactions. Let us keep Forex at the side for the moment. Let us talk about share market. Share market, I have BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, and NSE, National Stock Exchange. Reliance share is available in BSE at 600 rupees, and it is available at NSE at 598 rupees. Got it? I say, array, same share, available at two different prices in two different markets. This is opportunity for me. What is the opportunity? Arbitrage opportunity. theory, inter financial management, arbitrage theory. Same commodity available at a particular point of time at two different prices in two different markets. What I will do, I'll purchase 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares purchase at NSE. How much I'm paying? 5,98,000. I will sell those same 1,000 shares immediately. Immediately, I will sell those 1,000 shares. How much I will get? 6 lakhs. How much profit I made? 2,000. Did I invest in anything? Nothing. Even if I have to maintain that margin I will maintain. But then at the end of the day, I made a profit of 2,000. My margin also comes back. Followed. So an arbitrager will be a very careful player in the market. He will observe prices of a commodity in two different markets. And wherever it is cheaper, even by 2 rupees, 1 rupees, he will buy. And he will buy in bulk. Here I have given you example of 1,000. I may purchase 1 lakh shares also. Imagine what will be the amount that I am going to make profit of. But I have to be observant and I have to do the trade at the same time simultaneously. Simultaneously. So I buy, I place an order to buy, I place an order to sell simultaneously. One single shot, you get the profit. That is arbitrage. That is arbitrage. So now in Forex market also, dollar will be available in all different markets. There are so many markets across the world. Indian market, Chinese market, Japanese market, Singapore market, US market, Gulf market, European market. So you can buy dollar from any market. So suppose in one of those markets, dollar is available at a cheaper rate. I'll buy from there and sell at the place where it is costlier. So arbitragers are very careful players in the market. It is an operation by which one can make risk-free profit by undertaking offsetting transactions, buying and selling at the same time. In pure arbitrage, the operator has no investment, simultaneously buys and sells in different markets, which ensures riskless profit for him. For example, dollar may be quoted differently in different markets, say Singapore and London. Arbitrator can buy from the market quoting dollar at a cheaper rate and sell in the market which is quoting dollar at a higher rate. The difference less the transaction cost, even if there is brokerage commission, whatever it is, the difference that you are getting is your profit. Okay, so we have learned three different types of participants in the forex market. Up till here it is clear. So we have done the concept of what is the meaning of foreign exchange. We have done the concept of foreign exchange control. We have done who is going to be the authorized dealer, who are the authorized dealers. Then we have done the concept of FIDAI, okay, who is FIDAI. Then we have done participants in the forex market. So like this now, we have done the groundwork of foreign exchange. Now let us move to higher level of forex. Clear up till here? Sure. Shall we move to the higher level? Okay. Let us now start with new set of concepts, new terms that we are going to learn, which will be helpful for us and which is the core part, or I would say the crux of the forex topic. What I intend to say is that most of the times students get their problems in forex wrong because the fundamentals have not been applied. The fundamentals as in what? In a foreign exchange topic, it is very important to write the rates given in the standard format, which means that there is a format in which we have to write the rates so that we get our problems correct in the examination. You don't follow the rules, your problem will give you a wrong answer. So the main reason why the fear is there is that answers don't tally. And why answers don't tally? The answers don't tally because the method of writing the problem, writing the rates, is wrong, is faulty. That is because of ignorance. So today, now, I will be discussing with you only and only how to write the rates. What is the standard format of writing the rates before you actually start solving the problem. So before solving the problem, the manner in which, the format in which you are going to write the rates is very, 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 very important. Okay, so let us start with a different type of quotes. And the first one I start with is American quote. Now, whenever we write a quote, whenever we write the format of a rate, how do we write it? Mostly we write it as something, some rupees to dollar. Okay, we say rupees to dollar is equal to 73. That means $1 is equal to, interpretation of this is what? $1 is equal to 73 rupees. So this whatever we write is rupees. So how do we write the currency? We normally write it in this format: rupees to dollar, rupees slash dollar, oblique, slash, whatever you call it is. Okay. Now, what I want to show is that there are different ways of writing this. Now, this rupees to dollar can also be written as dollar to rupees. Something 0.0125, something like this. So I can write, the format of writing is basically one currency to another currency. One currency slash another currency. Okay. Now that means there are two parts in the format to be written. The first currency here and the second currency here. Now when we are saying American quote, it means that the first currency should always be dollar. So it should be dollar to rupees, or it should be dollar to pound sterling, or it should be dollar to yen. Okay, so like this, it should be, for example, I'm having Singapore dollars or CHF. So I will have dollar to CHF. Deutschmark, DM. It will be dollar to Deutschmark. So what do you notice in all this? The first currency is always the dollar. So it is number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. What is an American quote? An American quote is the number of dollars expressed per unit. Always the second unit is always per unit. Per unit of rupees, dollar per unit of pound, dollar per unit of yen, dollar per unit of CHF, dollar per unit of Deutschmark. So number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. Right hand side you can have any other currency. Left hand side it should be dollar. Then it is called as an American quote. So what is an American quote? An American quote is one where the left hand side currency, in simple terms I'm telling you, for a student how to remember. Left hand side currency should always be dollar. Right hand side currency can be any other currency. It can be rupees, it can be yen, it can be euros, it can be pound sterling, it can be Deutschmark. Okay, so number of dollars when it is expressed per unit of any other currency, then it is number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency, then that is American code. Example, $1.6998 per pound sterling. This is the pound sterling. This is an American code. Why? Because the first currency is the dollar. Second currency, whatever it is, any other currency outside. Dollar should be on the left hand side. Okay, that is an American code. So American code is the number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. Then we have the European code. What is a European code? It is a reverse of American code. Number of units of any other currency expressed per unit of dollar. So if I'm writing rupees to dollar, it is a European code. If I'm writing pound to dollar, it is a European code. If I'm writing yen to dollar, it is a European code. If I'm writing euro to dollar, it is a European code. If I'm writing Singapore dollars to dollar, is a European code. So now what do you find? Per unit currency is dollar. Right hand side currency is dollar. So left hand side currency, if it is dollar, it is called American code. Right hand side per unit currency is dollar, it is called as European code. Clear? So rupees to dollar, pound to dollar, yen to dollar, euro to dollar, Singapore dollars to dollar, US dollars. That is all an example of a European code, where the second currency is dollar. First currency can be any other currency. It is the opposite of American code. So in the American code, it is number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. European code, it is number of units of any other currency expressed per unit of dollar. Example I have given to you. Rupees 73.28 per dollar is a European code. Up till here it is clear. I'll first explain to you all the codes. Then I will tell you what is the standard format of writing a code. What we are going to follow. What is required to be followed. Okay. Understood this? Number of units of any currency per unit of dollar. Dollar is on the right hand side. Your dollar is on the left hand side. Your dollar is on the right hand side. Here it is per unit of any other currency. Here it is per unit of dollar. This is clear? Up till here you have understood? Okay. Now we go to two other codes. Now this is coming in pairs. This is the first pair. American code, European code. Now the second pair that I'm going to have is going to be direct code and indirect code. First one, direct code. Now you have to understand the difference. When I was talking about American code and European code, it was dollars versus other currency. Dollar versus other currency, American code. Other currency versus dollar, European code. Now I am not talking about dollar or any other currency. Now my language becomes home currency and foreign currency. Domestic or home currency and foreign currency. So for direct code and indirect code, the terms that I'm going to use will be home currency or domestic currency versus foreign currency. Any other currency will be a foreign currency. So what is a direct code? Number of units of domestic or home currency per unit of foreign currency. Any foreign currency. Any home currency. Any home currency means what? Whichever country you are staying in, that is your home currency. If you are staying in India, rupees is a home currency. If you are staying in America, dollar is a home currency. That is why I am not using dollar and other term. I am using home currency, foreign currency. Domestic currency, foreign currency. So direct quote means number of units of domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. What is our home currency? What is our domestic currency? Rupees. So if I write rupees to dollar, it is a direct quote. If I write rupees to yen, it is a direct quote. If I write rupees to Dutch guilders, DG. It is a direct quote. If I write rupees to Singapore dollars, it is a direct quote. Home currency first. Home currency first. But if you are told that the person is in USA, this is for resident in India. But if he is a resident in USA, for him direct quote will be what? Dollar to rupees, dollar to yen, dollar to euro, dollar to EG, because for him home currency is dollar, resident of US. So that is why I'm saying it is domestic currency versus foreign currency is direct quote. So domestic currency, whichever country you are belonging to, that domestic currency will come first. Okay, and then the right hand side will be your foreign currency, any other currency. Left hand side is your home currency or domestic currency. Right hand side will be your foreign currency. Okay, any difficulty? Have you understood? Okay, so now definition. Direct quote is that quote where the exchange rate is expressed in terms of number of units of domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. So when I say rupees 73.28 per dollar, it is a direct quote. Domestic currency, my domestic currency is rupees. Right hand side it may be dollar, it may be pound sterling, it may be Singapore dollars, it may be South African dollars, it may be yen, it may be any other currency. Rubles. Rubles is the currency of Russia. Dutch guilders, Hong Kong. Dutch, not Hong Kong. Hong Kong dollars is separate. Dutch people. Okay. So like that, right hand side may be anything. Left hand side should be my domestic currency. So there is a rule now for direct quote. What is that rule? That rule is foreign currency is kept constant and home currency is variable. Because foreign currency is what it is on the right hand side. So it is per unit, per 1 unit of dollar. So this is going to change. So I will say today the rate is 73.28. Tomorrow it is, suppose I write tomorrow's rate or yesterday's rate. Yesterday's rate was say 72.97 per dollar. What is changing? Left hand side is changing. What is left hand side? Home currency. The home currency is variable. It is changing. What is fixed? 1 unit of foreign currency. Maxim. So look at this now. This is what I wanted to remember. Maxim. Maxim means what? Principle. Rule. What is the principle? What is the rule of direct quote? The rule is buy low and sell high. Buy what? Buy dollars when this is low. When it is 72.97, then buy dollars. Sell high. Sell when it is 73.28. When this left hand side value is high, then sell. When the left hand side value is low, then buy. Okay? Buy low, sell high. That is the rule of, that is a maxim, that is a principle of direct quote. Understood? So direct quote is the quote where the exchange rate is expressed in terms of number of units of domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. So the words which are used, domestic and foreign. Earlier it was dollars and others. Here it is domestic and foreign. Okay. Let us now come to indirect quote. Indirect quote. Yes, you will say, sir, it is opposite. I know. Number of units of foreign currency per unit of domestic currency. Correct now? No, it is not correct. That is why I said You have to learn systematically because your assumption may not be always right. Your assumption may not be always right. So American and European code opposite of each other. So direct and indirect code also opposite of each other. You are partly correct, but that is not full correct. What is full correct? Indirect code is the code where exchange rate is expressed in terms of number of units of foreign currency for fixed number of units of domestic currency, not per unit of domestic currency, for a fixed number of units of domestic currency. How they will be writing dollar 1.5810 per, not rupees, per 100 rupees. They will give you per 100 rupees. So number of units of foreign currency per fixed number of units of home currency. Then they will say tomorrow, the yesterday, the rate was dollar 1.4912 per 100 rupees. That is also indirect quote. So it is always given per fixed number of units. This is important. Fixed number of units of domestic currency, not per unit of domestic currency. So what is a maximum here? What is a maximum here? And what is a variable currency and the fixed currency? The variable currency is the left hand side currency, that is the foreign currency. So home currency is kept fixed. Here also it is 100, here also it is 100. What is variable? Foreign currency is variable. What is the maximum? Buy high and sell low. Buy. Buy what? Buy dollars. You can't buy your own currency here. Buy dollars when this is high. Because for 100 rupees, you will get more dollars. Here for 100 rupees, you will get less dollars. So you will buy when the this is high and you will sell when this is low. For 100 rupees, you are going to buy 1.49 or 1.58, which is better. This is better now. Correct? So when this is high, then you will buy. When this is low, then you will sell. So this is buy. It is high. This is sell rate. So whenever the left hand side value is higher, this is indirect quote. Left hand side quote is higher, then buy. Left hand side quote is lower, then sell. Very, very important. So now I have done 4 quotes with you. What are the 4 quotes? American quote, American quote, European quote, direct quote, indirect quote. American quote, number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. Number of dollars expressed per unit of any other currency. European quote, number of units of any other currency expressed per unit of dollar. Direct quote, I said domestic and foreign currency. Number of units of domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. Maxim, buy low, sell high. Indirect quote, number of units of foreign currency expressed per fixed number of units of domestic currency. Maxim, buy high, sell low. What we normally follow in India, what we normally follow, we follow the European quote combined with direct quote. Direct quote, European quote. That means home currency to foreign currency is the standard format that we follow. Okay, and European quote, that is number of units of rupees per unit of dollar. So what is our method of writing? Our method of writing is European quote. Very important. You write down this somewhere. Our method of writing is European quote because we write always dollar on the right hand side. Correct? And it is the direct quote. So this is what is applicable for us. Still, I have not told you. Still, there is a way of writing. There is a standard format of writing. We are just in the initial stages now. We are still in the initial stages. Okay. So now, for the time being, let us remember that our code is always a European code format, direct code format. Clear up till here? Okay. Let us now move on to restrictions on foreign exchange. Restrictions on foreign exchange. I have told you that we are following the FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. This act has also got some rules and regulations. So it is foreign exchange management rules, regulations. In India, no person, no entity is allowed to have foreign currency with them in excess of $2,000 or its equivalent. You can't have foreign currency in excess of $2,000 or its equivalent. Now, what are the other rules and regulations? Any person who is staying in India, any person who is staying in India who receives foreign currency, who receives foreign currency, either in the form of salary, that is remuneration, or in the form of settlement of legal obligations. There is a court case and you have received the verdict of the court case in your favor and you have received compensation. So, settlement of legal obligations. Income on assets held abroad. You are having a fixed deposit in a foreign bank, or you are having a house property on which you are receiving rent. So, all such incomes that you are going to receive in foreign currency should be submitted, should be surrendered to an authorized dealer within 7 days. Which incomes? Remuneration, that is salary, settlement of legal obligations, income on assets held abroad, inheritances, gift, all such incomes which you are receiving in foreign currency has to be surrendered to the authorized dealer within 7 days. Any other income other than what I have mentioned should be surrendered within 90 days. Should be surrendered within 90 days. So these are the rules. The first one I'm telling you. The first one is for a resident in India who receives foreign currency. Okay? On account of what? I've told you remuneration, salary, settlement of legal obligations, income on assets held abroad, inheritances, gift, etc. Should be surrendering the amount within 7 days of receipt. Any other income other than this should be surrendered within 90 days. Okay? So any person resident in India, you can copy it on this as I'm talking to you. First of all, no person, no entity can be allowed to hold more than $2,000 without any reason. Second, any resident who receives foreign currency by way of remuneration, by way of settlement of legal obligations, by way of interest or dividend on assets held abroad, shares held abroad, fixed deposit held abroad, any amount of currency or any amount of foreign currency denominator inheritance gift should be surrendered to the AD within 7 days. Any other income other than this received by resident in India should be surrendered within 90 days, that is 3 months. Now, other situations. If a person has purchased foreign currency, let us say that I am importing a machinery from Japan. I am importing a machinery from Japan. And for that, I have to make payment in yen, that is a foreign currency. So I purchased yen from the bank. But later on, after 5 to 7 days, I cancelled the order of purchasing machinery. I cancelled the import order. But I'm still having the yen with me. I can utilize this yen for some other purpose, if not for importing machinery. Let us say that I'm importing raw materials from Japan. So I can use that for the purchase of raw materials. But suppose I don't have any other use of that, then that amount that has been taken by me and remained unutilized for the purpose for which it was taken or for any other purpose has to be returned back to the AD within 60 days of acquisition. Within 60 days of acquisition. Any person who has acquired a foreign currency but could not use it for the purpose or for any other permitted purpose. I had taken it for importing machinery. That purpose could not be solved. Why? Because I cancelled the order. But if I'm having another, import order of raw materials from the same country for the same currency, I can utilize it for that. Then it has to be surrendered. The unutilized amount should be surrendered within 60 days of acquisition. 60 days of acquisition. Another situation. Suppose I wanted to go to Singapore. So I have taken Singapore dollars with me. I have purchased Singapore dollars. I'm going on vacation. I'm going on holiday with family. So I have taken about 5,000 Singapore dollars. I've purchased 5,000 Singapore dollars. I go on the vacation, I spend with my family, and on returning, I find that I have spent only 4,000 Singapore dollars. So 1,000 Singapore dollars is unutilized, unspent. That should be returned to the authorities, that is the authorized dealers, within 90 days from the date of returning back to India. How many days? 90 days. Okay, returning back to India. Provided, there is a condition, provided it is in the form of currency notes and coins. Provided it is in the form of currency notes and coins. Acha. Suppose I have taken the 5,000 Singapore dollars in the form of traveler's checks, spent only 4,000 out of that, and the remaining 1,000 is also in the form of traveler's checks. Then I have got 180 days to surrender that amount to the authorized dealers. So if it is hard currency, cash, coins, then 90 days, within 90 days of reaching India, I have to surrender this. If it is in the form of traveler's checks, then I have to surrender this within 180 days. Foreign travel, unspent amount, 90 days. If it is in the form of currency and coins, 90 days. 180 days if it is in the form of traveler's checks. Clear? Absolutely clear. So, all these things, all these terms, all these concepts you are doing for first time in your life. Nobody can say that, sir, I have done this before. You have not done this. So, you are learning some new things. It will take some time. Read over and over again. Material also I've given all these things. Read over and over again. These things are not given in the material, so you can write it down. The FEMA regulations, FEMR regulations. But other things I've given. American quote I've given, European quote I've given, direct quote I've given, indirect quote I've given. So most of the things are given in the material. So read the material over and over again, go through the lectures, understand the concepts, and If you have understood the concepts, please comment, sir, very good lecture, we have understood. If you have not understood the concepts, please write there, sir, this concept not understood. And I've told you, I've given you my number also. So you can contact me directly on the number. So this topic is going to be difficult until and unless you follow me systematically throughout all my lectures without doing fast forward. You do fast forward, you will pay the cost of this. You will pay the price for it. So every term, every concept you have to do in detail. Otherwise, you will suffer like other students. Why I'm taking the pens? Because you have to ensure that you get through the exams. First attempt. Okay. Okay. Now we come to some more important concepts, some more important terms. Okay. So let us come to now something called as a two-way quote. Now, why it is called as two-way quote? Let us try to understand. I am an importer. I've imported certain raw materials from US and I have to pay in dollars. So I want to know what is the rate at which I will be buying dollars. I go to the bank and ask the bank, sir, what is the rate of dollar now? I have not told him whether I'm an importer or exporter. I'm just asking him, give me the rate of dollar. So banker will give me rate like this. I will give, it's rupees to dollar. This is the way of writing it, rupees to dollar, how the rates are given. Bank will say 73.15 by 74.12. I had asked the bank to give me the rate of dollar. Bank is giving me two rates, 73.15 and 74.12. Now, what are these two rates? See, I have not told the banker whether I'm importer or exporter. Not necessary also. And even if you give state whether you are importer or exporter, that makes no difference for the bank. Bank will give you two quotes. Why the bank is giving you two quotes? Bank says that these two quotes are, one is the rate at which the bank is going to buy, and second is the rate at which the bank is going to sell. Buy and sell what? Not rupees. I told you before, we don't buy and sell our own currency. We buy and sell foreign currency. So 73.15 is the rate at which the bank will buy dollar, $1. And 74.12 is the rate at which bank will sell $1. So this is given from whose point of view? From bank's point of view. Always remember, quotes are always given from bank's point of view, not from customer's point of view. Then I will have to select what is the rate applicable for me. The bank says bank is going to buy $1 at 73.15 and bank is going to sell $1 for 74.12. I am what? I am an importer. I want to buy. I want to buy from bank. If I want to buy from bank, that means this rate is applicable. Because if I am buying from bank, bank has to sell. And these rates are from whose point of view? From bank's point of view. It is not from my point of view. Bank is selling at 74.12. To whom? To me. So if I am buying, I will have to buy at 74.12. So bank's buying rate is my selling rate. Bank's selling rate is my buying rate. Quotes are always given from bank's point of view. Now, technically, we don't call them as buying rate and selling rate. Technically, the term used is bid rate and ask rate. B for buying, B for bid. Remember, B for buying, B for bid. Sell has got S, ask has got S. Ask is not there here. S is not there here. S is only over here. So S for sell and S in ask. So bid rate and ask rate. So bid rate is the buying rate of the bank. Ask rate is the selling rate of the bank. I'm making it simple now. I'm making it simple. So what is the two-way code? The two-way code means that bank is going to give us two routes. And always, again now, I come back to my format of writing. If two codes are given, it is always to be written bid first, ask second. Always bid rate should come first, ask rate should come second. But listen to me. But in the examination they give you rupees to dollar 74.12 by 73.15. This is what they give you. Let's say, sir, I ask you, what is the bid rate here? Sir, 74.12. Wrong. What is the ask rate here? 73.15. Wrong. Why? Because bid rate is always the buying rate, and the buying rate will always be less than the selling rate. They have not given an order. They have not given an order purposely to confuse you, to see whether your eyes are open or eyes are closed. Followed? So we have to write our standard format, bid rate first and then second ask rate. They may give in any format. Let them give in any format. I have to first arrange my data before I start solving my problems, my questions. Please remember this point. Please remember this point. You make a mistake, your entire problem goes wrong. So when you are writing, let them give it in this format, no problem. I will say rearranging. Rearranging, I write rupees to dollar 73.15 first and then 74.12. Because for me, bid rate should come first. And bid rate is always the lower of the two. Bid rate is lower of the two. Bank buys at a lower rate and sells at a higher rate. Normally, everybody buys at a lower rate and sells at a higher rate. Bank also will buy at a lower rate, sell at a higher rate. So bid rate is lower, ask rate is higher. Are you understanding? Correct? Have you understood what I'm saying? Example is clear. Whose point of view the rate is given? It is always given from bank's point of view. Okay? What is the format in which you should get it? Bid is to ask. Bid rate first, ask rate second. How do you know which is the bid rate? The lower of the two is the bid rate. Okay? Clear? So until and unless you know the format of writing, it becomes very difficult, because then when you do not know which rate to take. You will take the wrong rate, solve the problem, and then your answer does not tally. Why? Because the arrangement has not been done properly. That is why the students get the solutions wrong. I don't want you to get solutions wrong. The rate at which a bank is ready to buy a currency will be different from the rate at which it is ready to sell that currency. These rates are called as the bid rate and the ask rate. Rupees to dollar 72.62 and 72.72. Which is higher? This is higher. Which is lower? This is lower. Okay. So this is the bid rate. This is the ask rate. So rupees to dollar 72.62 by 72.72 means that bank will buy $1, not a customer. Bank will buy $1 for 72.62. Bank will sell $1 for 72.72. And the most important point. What is the most important point? Quote is always given from the bank's point of view. It is given from bank's point of view. Okay. So bank is buying at 72.62. Bank is selling at 72.72. The difference between these two is the profit of the bank. And that profit is called as spread. That profit is called as spread. So that is my next term. What is a spread? The difference between the bid rate and the ask rate. Difference between the bid rate and the ask rate is called a spread. It is nothing but the profit of the bank. So how do you write the formula for spread? It is the difference between ask rate minus the bid rate. So if rupees to dollar 73.52 by 73.72 are the two quotes which are given, then the spread will be ask rate minus bid rate. 73.72 minus 73.52, that is 0.2. This is per dollar, per dollar. So if there are 1 lakh dollars, it will be 0.2 into 1 lakh. So that much amount of profit it will be making. So what do we say? We say that though the spread is small, since the transactions are in crores, the profits are huge. Okay. So what did I tell you? I told you that sometimes in the examination, the rates are not given in proper order. So suppose they are given dollar to rupees, and we have to solve the problem from Indian point of view. What I do? I'll first convert into rupees to dollar. I'll bring it in standard format. Suppose it is given to me as ask to bid rate. I'll first rearrange that bid to ask rate. Okay, bid to ask rate I can easily convert. But suppose they have given to me dollar to rupees, and I want to convert it into rupees to dollar. Don't just write the first figure, the second and second figure first. Then examiner will give you one nice figure, that is zero. So we are going to the next concept now, that is inverse quotes. Suppose they have given me dollar to rupees, and I want to convert this into rupees to dollar. Then it is a case of inverse quotes. Then it is a case of inverse quotes. When they have given me an indirect quote, for example, and I want to convert it into a direct quote, then that is an example or that is a case of inverse quotes. So what do I write? For every quote A by B, every quote dollar to rupees, between two currencies, there exists an inverse quote B by A, rupees to dollar. So if you give me the rupees to dollar and I want it in the other format, I have to convert it. How to convert that we are going to learn in inverse quotes. The A by B bid rate will be the reciprocal B by A ask rate. I'll give you the example. Then you will understand. Otherwise, you will not understand. Rupees to dollar is given 73.20 by 74.90. I want to find out dollar to rupees. Okay. So B by A. This is A by B. Rupees to dollar. I want dollar to rupees is equal to bid rate. Bid rate is equal to 1 upon ask rate of the earlier. And ask rate will be equal to reciprocal of the earlier bid rate. So how it will come? Bid rate of dollar to rupees. Bid rate of dollar to rupees will be reciprocal of this 1 upon 74.9. That will be the bid rate. And what will be the ask rate? 1 upon 73.20. Bid rate. This is the first rate, now this is the bid rate. What I have done? Reciprocal of the ask rate of this. Whatever is the original, reciprocal of that is the bid rate here. What is the ask rate here? Ask rate here is the reciprocal of the bid rate here, 1 upon 73.20. So the inverse quote will be, the inverse quote bid rate will be the reciprocal of the original ask rate. And the inverse quote ask rate will be the reciprocal of original bid rate. So dollar to rupees will come to 0.0134 and 0.0137. So reciprocal becomes a bid rate here. Reciprocal of bid becomes a ask rate here. That is called as inverse quotes. That is called as inverse quotes. Up till here it is clear. Okay. From bid to ask, if I want, from ask to bid, if I want to convert to bid to ask, simply interchange. But rupees to dollar, I want to convert to dollar to rupees. Don't simply interchange. Then what you have to do? Bid rate will be the reciprocal of the ask. Ask rate will be the reciprocal of the bid rate. Point is clear. Shall we move to the next one? Okay. How much now? Cross rates. Last one. Cross rates. Cross rates. First, let us understand why we require cross rates. Let us say that I am doing business with a person in South Africa, remote place in South Africa, remote place in South Africa, which does not have a proper currency, which does not have a proper financial system, but they want to buy my goods. They want to buy my goods. So what I do, I say, let us find out the rate now. So I want to find out the rate of rupees to South African dollar. What is my requirement? My requirement is rupees to South African dollar. I check the entire internet. I don't get the rupees to South African dollar rate. But what I get is, I get a rupees to US dollar, US dollar, and I get a rate of dollar to South African dollar. Now, what has happened is, normally, normally, dollar is a common medium of currency for all countries because every country does business with America. Every country does some business with America. So every country will have some its rate with currency dollar. But every country may not do business with India. And every country may not do business with South Africa. That particular country of South Africa, that particular region. But every country does business with America with dollars. So dollars is the most popular currency in the world. It is easily acceptable everywhere. Easily acceptable everywhere. So even if you go to China and you say that I don't have the Chinese currency, can I purchase in dollars? They will be very happy. Dollar is the most popular currency. Okay. So I have got my Indian currency expressed in dollars. And I have got South African currency also expressed in dollars. But I want to convert it into rupees to South African dollar. So here I'm given rupees to dollar. See what I'm saying now? Huh? Rupees to dollar. Rupees to dollar and dollar to South African dollar. Rupees to dollar is given. Let us say rupees to dollar is given. I'm taking round figures. Huh? 73, 73 by 75. Let us take round figures. 73 by 75. Dollar per unit of South African dollar 0.0134 by 0.0212. Some figure I'm giving. You have to understand what I'm doing. Okay. So I don't want to go into technicalities of this. People will teach you the technical way of solving this. They will say first you go to American market, you purchase dollar. Then you come to South African market, you sell dollar and purchase South African dollar. Now these are only with two rates. Sometimes they give you three rates. Sometimes they give you four rates. Then by the time you are going from one market selling one currency, going to the other market selling and that currency buying another currency, at the end of the problem you do not know which currency you are buying and which currency you are selling and why you are buying and why you are selling. You get confused. So simple thing from students' point of view. Don't go to the technicalities. You are not doing PhD on this. This is one of the chapters. And in one of the chapters, this is one of the concepts. Okay. What you have to know as a student. Look at the ending currency here. Ending currency is dollar. Look at the beginning currency here. Beginning currency is also dollar. If the ending currency of the first and the no first thing, I want rupees to dollar. So this rate has to be written first. This rate has to be written second. This is first, this is second. Why? Because rupees should come first. It is a left hand side currency. South African dollar should come second. That is why, again, arrangement of the rates should be done properly. If the first is ending in dollar and second is also starting in dollar, ending of first is starting of second, then what you have to do is rupees to South African dollar will be equal to bid into bid 1 into bid 2 by ask into ask 1 into ask 2, bid into bid, ask into ask, 73 into this. So it is 73 into 0.0134 by 75 into 0.0212. Whatever answer you get. What did I say? If the ending of the first is equal to starting of the second currency, then bid into bid straight away. Bid into bid, ask into ask. Problem solved. Then you get the rupees to South African dollar rate. So ending of the first should be starting of the second. Then cross rate will be bid into bid, ask into ask. Bid of the first into second, bid of the second by ask of the first into ask of the second. This is clear? Absolutely clear. Now let us see what will happen if this is not the case. Since we are doing it systematically, you will not have any problem. So it is bid into bid, ask into ask. Okay. Now suppose the situation was rupees to dollar 73 by 75. And let us take some other currency. Dollar to Deutschmark. Oh, sorry. Deutschmark to dollar is 1.2350 by 1.21, sorry, 2452. Now I want to calculate rupees to Deutschmark. I want to calculate rupees to Deutschmark. Rupees first, that equation should be first. So this is first equation, this is second equation. But now, do you see the difference? Here both are ending in dollar. Here both were not ending in dollar. One was ending in dollar, one was starting in dollar. Starting of the first was equal to, ending of the first was equal to starting of the second. Now both are ending in dollars, both are ending in same currency. In that case, what I do is, I say rupees to Deutschmark is equal to bid of the first into 1 upon ask of the second, reciprocal of second, by bid of the second, sorry, ask of the first into 1 upon bid of the second. So what will it look like? It will be bid of the first 73 into ask, reciprocal of ask, 1 upon 1.2452 by ask of the first 75, 1 upon reciprocal of this 1.2350. So cross, it goes cross. Bid of the first into reciprocal of the ask of the second. Ask of the first into reciprocal of the bid of the second. Follow the difference. Here it is bid into bid, ask into ask. Here is bid into reciprocal of the ask of the second and ask into reciprocal of the bid of the second. This is what you have to understand for cross rates. And this is one of the most important things that you got to learn in foreign exchange. Standard format of writing, European quote, direct quote, bid to ask format. This. These are the important things of foreign exchange. That means once you know this, it is very simple to solve the problems. You don't know this, you'll be struggling with the problems because you do not know how to write the formats. You write the wrong formats, you take the wrong figures, you get the wrong answer. Up till here it is clear. So today in today's lecture, that is in Forex, I have explained to you the major concepts which are necessary, major concepts which are necessary for solving the problem. If you master these concepts, that is why I want you to be thorough in this. If you master these concepts, not a single problem of Forex can go wrong. Not a single problem of Forex can go wrong. So you have to master these concepts and then we can go to the solving of problems. So we have just seen the trailer of what Forex is going to be. It is going to be exciting. It is going to be interesting. It is going to be very practical. But for that purpose, you have to know the concepts, you have to know the formats in which you are supposed to write your foreign exchange rates. If that you don't know, then you are 100% liable to make mistakes. You master this, then you will find that you are not going to suffer anywhere because of foreign exchange. And mind you, sometimes foreign exchange is asked in the examination for more than 25 marks. Derivatives comes in the examination for sometimes more than 25 marks. So it is not going to be, I can leave it for option 5 marks question if it is coming, 4 marks question if it is coming, I can leave it for option. No. 25 marks, sometimes more than that, is also asked in the examination. So it is important for us to know all these concepts. So cross rates means what? What is the purpose? In foreign exchange markets, it is a practice to quote most of the currencies against the dollar and to calculate the exchange rates between other currencies with the dollar as intermediary. So example I have given to you, and you have seen if the ending of the first is the starting of the second, then bid into bid, ask into ask. If both are ending in the same currency, then bid into reciprocal of ask into reciprocal of bid. Okay, so these are the basic things that we have to master. We have to really master in Forex. So in the second lecture of Forex, I will be taking up a few more concepts as to the explanation of this further, and then we can start slowly with simple problems on Forex. Okay, so with that, I conclude my first lecture on foreign exchange. I hope you have enjoyed it thoroughly, and in the second lecture, you are going to enjoy more thoroughly because every lecture will be a new adventure for you. Every lecture, you are going to learn something new, and every lecture will make you feel that yes, I have learned something which I did not know earlier. Yes, I know something better than other students, and you will be able to teach them. Okay, so till the next lecture, stay at home, stay safe. God bless you.